Good afternoon, everybody. How is everybody feeling? I thought we'd drop in on you guys just to talk a little bit about progress over perfection. Something that I've been thinking about, reading about, listening about. I don't know how I would say that. And this is a real common theme with the things that I'm reading, hearing, saying, doing. I thought it'd be good to drop in on you and just talk about this because somebody somewhere needs to hear this, right? It's more important to be doing, to be making something happen in your business every single day than it is to create one perfect thing. There probably is never one perfect thing. The thing that you want to do is probably never going to be perfect. Business is never going to be perfect. You're never going to have 100% success rate in anything. Every launch isn't going to be perfect. Every post isn't going to be perfect. Every client, every customer isn't going to be perfect. Every time you do your ICA, it's not going to be perfect. Your LinkedIn headline won't be perfect. The pictures that you take for your business will not be perfect. The videos that you do will not be perfect. Your eyebrows will not be perfect. If you are waiting for perfection, you're going to be stopping your progress and being paralyzed with this need for it to be right before you move, before you do, before you progress is the difference I see between successful people and people who are stuck and struggling. I know I talk about consistency and I talk about showing up, but I want to talk about perfectionism and how it is just such a killer in business because it's never going to be the perfect time. You're never going to be the perfect person. You're never going to have the perfect offer. You're never going to have the perfect pricing. Like the best time is always now. And if you've been waiting for the right time, this is it. Because progress over perfection. I wanted to show you something which is like so simple, but it's come off the back of a couple of things that I'm doing at the moment. One is tracking my food, and the other is reading Atomic Habits. And I've banged on quite a bit about Atomic Habits. And tracking my food has really made me understand how progress comes from being consistent and doing what I promised myself I will do, not from being perfect. So I don't think many people have the perfect diet. I mean, I'm sure some people maybe do, but not many people do. I mean, not many people have the perfect exercise routine or, well, the perfect anything, but progress over perfection every time. And again, I went to kickboxing today. I went to kickboxing today, and what I realised today, and it was the first time I've been kickboxing for years, and today, hold on, just let me text Megan. When I went to training today, I realised probably the first time in a while that my speed of my kickboxing has massively progressed, and it was almost imperceptible. Like I'd not consciously tried to speed up. I just got really good at the basics, really consistent with showing up to training, and then because I'd worked so hard on the form and on the repetition of doing it again and again and again, I'd naturally become faster, probably faster, stronger, better, not perfect, right? Because I don't think there's such thing as a perfect kickboxer either, but better, because the progress was more important than the perfection. Was it frustrating, or is it frustrating when I show up to training and it's not the perfect session and it is hard and everything feels difficult and stuff I could do easily last week, suddenly I seem unable to do? Like that is massively frustrating, but I don't stop. I don't think, right, I've had a bad session, I'm not going to bother with kickboxing anymore. The progress, the goal of the black belt, which seemed so far away when I started, I mean, so far away, just seemed impossible, but it was a real clear goal. And then I suppose deep down, I knew if I really committed to it and I went for it, I suppose I could get it. I mean, well, I still don't know if I can. Excuse me. But it's a lot closer now than it was. Excuse me. So I want to share something really simple. So when it comes to my marketing, everyone thinks I'm dead consistent. And I am, but I'm not as consistent as I could be. So what I made a commitment to do was I was going to go live, even if I'm joking and going for it, every single day. So I've got this very low budget tracker, 69p from Home Bargains. And every day I've gone live this week, I've given myself a really satisfying cross. And that's all I'm going to use this calendar for the rest of the year. Is every day I go live, I'm going to give myself a cross. Now, a live might be something like this, where I'm going live in multiple places at once, using StreamYard. It might be a live inside one of my communities. It might be a live on my Facebook. It might be a live somewhere else. But me showing up live for my business, I probably did do it at the beginning as well, but I've started tracking now. Very simple. Just one thing. I'm going to track that one thing. There's loads of other things I want to do in my business. Hold on a sec. I've just got to text Megan again. She's driving me mad. She's not well. She's got COVID. So, and this is it. Really simple. It's a very well, it's more than a normal calendar I still look, because it's also got a white clean memo board, which I'm not using because it had fixed mouse on it, which we didn't fix. We just got a new one. But it's visual, it's simple, I can see it, and I'm just going to put a cross every single day. Now, do you think if I go live every single day, my business will be better or worse off for me progressing that? Sorry, it's just a normal calendar and just got crap Wi-Fi. So yeah, it's just a normal calendar, guys. But what's important about the calendar is that I thought it did anyway, it stands up. So I can stand it on my desk and I can look at it every day. So every time I sit down to procrastinate by scrolling through Facebook, by consuming other people's content, by doing all kinds of stuff that isn't going live, even though I love going live and I'm fine, I'm happy doing it, but I've done it hundreds and hundreds, for thousands of times now for my business. I know that if I'm consistent and I show up for my business and I focus on the progress, not the perfection, then ultimately, long term, I'll win. So I want you to think about one thing that you can implement in your business that you're going to commit to making progress on, and just have one place where you track it and you take action on it every single day, and you do that one thing and you track it. And when you do all the tracking that you commit to doing, so it might be for a month, for a week, whatever, that you give yourself a reward. So there's an actual specific reward for that one thing that you're committing to do. You're committing to the progress, not to the perfection. And you know that not going to be perfect every time. You don't want it to be perfect every time, and you're happy with it not to be perfect every time. If you're focusing on perfection, you'll never get started, you'll never get done, and you'll never be happy. People ask me, how can I be so confident going live? It's because I've done it thousands of times. I used to be horrendously uncomfortable on camera, really nervous. It used to take me ages to get going. I used to, just hate watching myself. I still don't enjoy watching myself back, but and now, because I've done it so much, because I focused on the progress, not the perfection, it just becomes so much easier. So I want you to do this video. I'm sorry about the quality. It looks fine at my end. I don't know why it translates so badly, but it must be something technical in the sky I don't understand. I want you to let me know in the comments or DM me what's the one thing you're going to commit to doing, and you're going to focus on the progress and not the perfection, and you're going to track it and you're going to reward yourself when you've done it. Let me know. Thanks, guys.